out our shirt on Teespring.
Elon Musk, the man who once launched a car into space, set his sights on a new, arguably more ambitious target, the federal budget. Appointed to head the Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, Musk boldly declared his intention to slash $1 trillion from the $7 trillion behemoth. This audacious goal, announced with his trademark swagger, promised a leaner, meaner, and significantly cheaper federal machine. Musk's plan hinged on a simple, if somewhat brutal premise: identify and eliminate wasteful spending. Armed with spreadsheets and a band of loyal analysts, he embarked on a quest to uncover inefficiencies lurking within the labyrinthine corridors of American bureaucracy. Contracts, those pesky agreements that kept the wheels of government turning, became his primary target. Initial reports painted a picture of resounding success. The wall of receipts, a website meticulously curated by Doge, proudly displayed a growing list of terminated contracts. Each cancellation was touted as a victory, a testament to Musk's unwavering commitment to fiscal responsibility. The numbers, at least on the surface, were compelling. However, as with many things Musk-related, a closer look revealed a far more complicated and, frankly, concerning reality. The crusade for efficiency, it seemed, had come at a cost, one that extended far beyond dollars and cents. The New York Times, in its trademark fashion, decided to tug at the threads of Musk's cost-cutting tapestry. What they unraveled was not a picture of streamlined government, but a chaotic jumble of hasty decisions, questionable data, and ultimately, wasted taxpayer dollars. Their investigation revealed that at least 44 contracts prematurely declared dead by Doge had been resurrected, quietly and often at a higher cost. These weren't just minor budgetary blips. We're talking about a staggering $220 million in purported savings that simply evaporated like morning dew on a SpaceX launch pad. Contracts crucial to veteran record searches, leadership training in the agriculture department, and even the legally mandated management of a national school data repository were all hastily canceled, only to be brought back from the brink when their absence proved too detrimental to ignore. Adding insult to injury, Doge's vaunted wall of receipts seemed to exist in a reality divorced from actual government operations. Despite being reinstated, 43 of these contracts continued to be displayed as terminated, a digital graveyard of Musk's own making. The White House, caught between defending its efficiency czar and acknowledging the obvious discrepancies, offered a rather unconvincing explanation: paperwork lag. It seemed the digital revolution hadn't quite reached the hallowed halls of government bureaucracy. The speed at which some contracts were reinstated was almost comical, if it weren't for the significant implications. Take, for example, the Environmental Protection Agency contract that was revived a mere 2.5 hours after its dramatic cancellation. This rapid turnaround suggests a distinct lack of due diligence, a shoot first, ask questions later approach that is more befitting of a Silicon Valley startup than a government agency responsible for, the environment. Even more concerning was the fact that this same EPA contract, despite its near-instantaneous resurrection, remained listed as terminated on the wall of receipts for weeks. When it was finally acknowledged as active again, it came with a hefty price tag, an extension at a higher cost than the original agreement. This begs the question: if the goal was truly efficiency, why cancel a contract only to reinstate it at a premium? These examples, and there are many more, paint a picture of chaos and confusion. Musk's rapid-fire approach, while perhaps effective in the fast-paced world of tech, seemed woefully ill-suited for the nuanced and often frustratingly complex world of government contracting. The result? A tangled web of cancellations, reinstatements, and inflated costs that left even the most seasoned budget hawks scratching their heads. Unsurprisingly, Musk's cost-cutting crusade has not gone unnoticed or uncriticized. Detractors, including those who once lauded his entrepreneurial spirit, have begun to question the true motives behind his actions. Fox News' Jessica Tarlov, in a particularly pointed critique, highlighted the rather glaring fact that Musk's own government contracts, a cool $38 billion worth, remained untouched amidst the carnage. It seems the efficiency drive stops at the doors of SpaceX and Tesla. Representative Greg Casar of Texas went so far as to raise concerns about a potential conflict of interest, suggesting that Musk might be wielding his newfound power to benefit his own business ventures at the expense of other, perhaps less well-connected contractors. This sentiment was echoed by a congressional report hinting at potential fines for Musk, a whopping $2.37 billion worth, for his handling of the situation. However, with investigators being laid off left and right, it remains to be seen whether these fines will ever materialize. But the true cost of Musk's efficiency crusade is measured not just in dollars, but in the livelihoods of those caught in the crossfire. Democrats have accused Musk of gutting vital federal programs, including slashing $80 million from FEMA funds and dismantling diversity training programs. This, coupled with the reported firing of 20,000 federal employees, paints a bleak picture of a government shrinking before our very eyes, leaving vulnerable communities and dedicated civil servants to bear the brunt of Musk's grand experiment. Musk, in his defense, maintains that contracts are awarded based purely on merit and cost-saving potential. But as the evidence mounts, it's becoming increasingly difficult to ignore the discrepancies, the conflicts of interest, and the very real human cost of his cost-cutting crusade. The question remains, is this the efficient, streamlined government that was promised? Or are we witnessing the dismantling of essential services under the guise of fiscal responsibility? Only time and perhaps a thorough investigation will tell.